itchy nose. Never fails when I start the camera. My nose gets itchy, my head just, I get itchy somewhere. But anyway, I still have more tomatoes. I've got this box, and then I have what's out in my garden and what's in my freezer. But these tomatoes, we're gonna chop them up and we're gonna put them in the roaster. So we're gonna wash them first. Now, you've already seen, I'm just gonna do this as I'm talking. You've already seen me do essentially what I'm gonna do with these in my very first tomato video. Where, ooh, look at that one. Can you see that? Like, ooh. There's another real good one. We're gonna cut those off. But anyway, where you've seen me, my very first tomato video that I've posted, where I chopped these up. Well, it wasn't these ones, because these ones are store-bought. The other ones you've seen were heirloom tomatoes. They were from my garden. But these ones, I'm doing the exact same way. I'm gonna chop them up. I'm gonna put them in the roaster. Other than this time, I'm gonna remember to leave the lid ajar. And we're gonna pulverize it, but I'm going to flavor these ones. And I think what I'm going to do, I might need to grab a couple things. Ooh, that one I think is just too far gone. I need to grab a couple things, because I think what I'm going to do is Italian seasoning. So in that way, tomato sauce, Italian seasoning for spaghetti. And I'm thinking I'm going to make one, depends how many jars I get, of, ooh, this girl's gown. Look at that, you see that? She molded. Okay, but anyway. I think I'm going to do as paprika or chicken paprikash sauce. But I can't put everything in the jar. But what I can do is put the paprika, the salt, the pepper, the chives, because we don't, well, my husband wishes we ate onions, but we don't eat onions. And so that way all I'd have to do is just dump the jar in with the chicken thighs in the crock pot in the morning. And I could come home to a meal. And I'm thinking another one I'm going to do, I'd only do like 1 or 2 jars of this one, of chicken, or no, sorry, tikka masala sauce. Had to think of the word in my head. Only 3 of us in the house will eat it. But again, I'm thinking if I have a jar, I can just toss it in a crock pot and go, right? But I figured I'll start over with a fresh video for this, so you'll be seeing all the same steps again, but just in another video, okay? So we'll be back when these are all clean, and after I've cleaned these ones, because I got some moldy ones over here, I've set them to the side, other than that one is like too far gone. This guy, too far gone. And we're gonna get going on this, okay? Okay. All right, this time I have a full cutting board and not just a little one on plate. I got a full cutting board this time. We'll just cut that part out, but we're going to, I gotta get a knife, I gotta get a cup. I don't need a cup. Why do I need a cup? I need a bowl. Man, my brain is like Satan. Not today. Not today. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. We're just cutting these ones up. And we're gonna, oh, sorry, put the bowl right in your view. I didn't even notice that. We're going to chop these up, put them in there, get them cooking. nice and easy, especially if you cut them into really small chunks. Then it doesn't take quite as much for them to get soft, where you can just blend them, because these I'll be blending, because like I said, we're turning these into sauce. This is another really nice one. So you just cut all the bad bits away. Cut the bad bits away and keep going. All right? So I'm gonna keep cutting the bad bits away. And I'll bring you back when, oh, there you are. I'll bring you back when we have everything all cut up and in there. All right, so it definitely didn't fill it as much as I had hoped for, but that's okay. That's okay. We will make do with what we got. Okay, so the roaster is set to 150, 65, whichever one you use. We're gonna let this cook. This is gonna cook for about 2 days, because my next day off is in 2 days. And we're gonna do it then. We're gonna do some canning on Wednesday. All right? All right. So we'll be back. We're just gonna take a moment to welcome the new kitten. This is Pumpkin. Yeah, such a sweet little thing. And of course, Snowflake right here. Snowflake is so far the only one that's like really loving on him. But there's our sweet little Pumpkin. Yeah. Okay. Back to tomatoes. Okay, so we have all the tomato, well, not quite all the tomato sauce, but most of the tomato sauce in the jars. I left a good couple, like there's almost 2 inches of headspace here. I already have the lemon juice in all the jars. Now I did change my mind just a little bit. So I'm going to do these ones as Italian seasoning and chicken paprikash seasoning. So right now I'm just adding a teaspoon of salt to each jar. And yes, I finally remembered to get pickling salt. Okay, so we have that in there. Now I don't have any regular ground pepper, so I'm gonna have to use my pepper mill, but I'll do that off camera. Now, normally you would use onion and chicken paprikash. I can't eat onion. I use chives. So I'm gonna put a 1/4 cup of chives in each jar. But I'm also going to do that with the Italian seasoning ones as well, just for spaghetti sauce. I didn't want to do it beforehand because I wasn't sure how many jars I was going to get. So if you know how many jars you're going to get, you are welcome to do all this stuff beforehand. Come on, come on. We can do it. There we go. One more. Side. Now, when I do the chicken paprikash, I always do 1 tablespoon of Hungarian paprika. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough in this jar. I do. I just have enough. And then I also do a tablespoon of smoked paprika. Now, and when I go and make the actual chicken paprika, I can always add a little more paprika if I feel it needs it. Now, this might seem weird to you guys, to my spaghetti sauce ones, I'm also gonna add smoked paprika. Why? Just love the way paprika tastes, and I love smoked paprika. So it's going in. Okay. Now, so that's going to be all for the paprika ones. Now I just have a bag of, I just gotta get scissors, sorry. I just have a bag of Italian seasoning. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning in each jar. This might be a little strong, but that is honestly okay. Because if need be, we can always add, we always add extra stuff to our sauce anyway. That's why I don't mind if it's going to be a little bit strong flavor-wise. And that's everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir these to get everything mixed in there, but also to see how much sauce I need to add to bring the headspace up. Okay, so I'll be right back after I have all the headspace where it should be. All right, so we have everybody wiped down and cleaned up. Or not, sorry, no I don't. I have everybody full. Now they are at the 1-inch headspace mark. And we're just going to wipe these rims, because when you do this, you really want to make sure these rims are clean. Because I was putting spices and herbs, you know, all that stuff in here. They can easily get stuck on the ring, or on the rim, sorry, and make it so it won't seal properly. Whoop. Okay. Now this, I'm going to double clean it just because I really want to make sure they are clean. They're looking gorgeous. Beautiful. Now, we're going to put a lid on it, put a ring on it, and then it's going to go into the canner and can for, I don't remember now, I think it's 15 minutes. I'll have to double check. I'll double check. Okay, so we'll be right back when we're putting these in the canner. Okay, I just double checked. I know I'm not putting them in the canner yet, but I realized something. So these go into the canner for 15 minutes at whatever your altitude is. Now, how I'm going to make sure I know the difference between them? Well, number one, they look very different. One is very heavily seasoned compared to the other one. But I'm going to take a piece of paper towel. Actually, no. I'm just going to take a cloth here, wipe the rim a little bit so I can write on it. I got a wet towel. I'm trying to dry something that's with a wet towel because that's going to work real good, right? Anyway, I'm just going to write a P on this one. And yes, it does go through the canning process. It does stay on there. P, oh, C. I'm going to write both. Then that way I'll have a starter for both. Chicken paprikash. But it's going to be backwards. Oh, anyway, doesn't matter. My brain is not working. Okay, so these are going to go into the canner, so we'll see you when these are coming out. All right, they are done. They're cooled. They're cold, actually, at this point. Well, no, they're not cold, but they're cooled. They've been sitting here with the lid off like this for almost 2 hours now. Okay. So those ones there, oh, hold on, let me turn you this way a little bit. I think I need to turn that light off. There we go. So these ones here are the Italian seasoning ones. These are the chicken paprikash seasoning or sauce, we'll call it that. Now some of them did siphon. I can tell just by looking at the water. But it was mostly the Italian seasoned ones. Here, let me show you. Okay. So you can see the water line has come down, which that's honestly, it's fine. I always seem to have this problem when I'm doing tomatoes in the pressure canner. And you can see there. Okay, as you can see there, the water you can see the tomato in there. Sorry, I had to turn it off. Some of the vinegar went into some of the cuts on my hands. But that's, it's not too bad. Oh, that one. You didn't seal, you didn't seal, you haven't sealed, you haven't sealed. I've had a whole bunch that haven't sealed. Okay. We may be doing another canning of these. We'll find out. Not gonna be in this video though. So, if you guys liked this video, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you again very soon.